This is Literature Circle number 3 for Nights, and I'm the multi-perspective connector.
I'm Denise, and I'm the quote finder.
I'm Beyonce, I'm the moderator.
I'm the summarizer.
I'm the illustrator. And I'm the vocab finder.
And so I'll start off. So I only found a couple connections. Not really like connections that I could personally connect with, but that many might be able to. So, in the beginning of chapter 5, I made a connection of how Eli starts to lose faith and wonders where God is. And so, though this may not apply to me personally, there are many people that may feel this way, especially during times of during hard or tough times. And so, that could be a connection because there are many people, that just start to lose faith when things don't go right all the time and when they're going through bad times. Another one that I could relate to, another connection I made was that when Eli decided not to fast, he did it for 2 reasons. He did it to kind of be rebellious, against God, but the connection I made was when he decided not to fast to impress or please his father. That's what it said. And so many people can make this connection because lots of children try to do things to impress their parents and to try to make them happy. So can any of you all make a connection with that?
Yeah.
Doing things to try to make them happy, impress them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, and another one is this is like a general connection. So, in the entire book, Jews were not being treated fairly, or they were being discriminated. And have any of you all? Can any of y'all relate to that? Being treated unfairly due to your personality, who you are, your appearance, anything. Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can connect to that.
Well, how, McKenna? How can you connect?
Somebody.
Well, just like all these years, black people, they have been certain people discriminate others, and in certain situations, with a person that's not a minority, they might patronize me.
Yes. Somebody, these girls had tried me and said I was gay.
Whoa.
And I'm not gay, so they discriminated me because I'm not gay.
Okay. That's great.
That's good.
So, and the last one is Eli. He saw death so much and so often that he was so used to it and immune to it, and so that's horrible. But is there a time that you may have felt that way? If someone keeps messing with you or keeps saying things to you repetitively, it gets to a point where I'm immune to it. I'm immune to people's words. I don't have any much once I get so used to it, I don't have much feelings towards the situation. I don't really care anymore. It's nothing there.
Are we getting
nothing
personal?
new.
No. This is just a personal. So have you all felt this way?
Yes.
Oh yes.
It's nothing if somebody keeps on telling you the same thing every day, constantly,
Picking on you.
No new feelings, everything's the same, so it's not like I'm gonna be surprised, it's the same thing.
Yeah, when you get used to it so much, it just becomes bland. Just so yeah, those were my connections for chapters 5 through 9.
So these are some illustrations that I found, and I just made a little crazy out of them. So this is a picture of a concentration camp Ellie and his father were. Ellie and his father were at. So yeah. this picture.
That's nice.
Thank you. This picture really meant something to me because what made me first look at it was the hand and how it was on the barbed wire, and then I saw Eli's number on his wrist. So it says the striping of human identity of the Jewish people and reducing them to mere numbers is a glaring example of dehumanization in the book Night by Elie Wiesel. So, Elie Wiesel is said to be in this photo. I looked up background information, but they didn't know which one was him, but yeah. So this was a picture of men that were hung, and you see the prisoners were gathered around, and this could be a picture for chapter 5, because in chapter 5 they were hanging different people.
If you're back in this time, would you be able to watch that?
No, I wouldn't.
But when you're forced to.
Yeah, when you're forced to, you really can't
but
do
you can
anything
close your
without
eyes.
it. Yeah, I would try to close my eyes. So this is a picture of Elie Wiesel's father being beaten.
That's him?
Yeah, that's Elie Wiesel's father. And that is a picture of Elie Wiesel's father. Oh, yeah. And that is Elie Wiesel today.
Oh, he old.
Congratulations.
That's it.
I mean, good job.
Go.
Okay, I am the moderator, so I'm gonna ask a couple questions, about 5 questions. For real. Alright. You ready? Alright.
Go.
I'm the moderator. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a few questions. Alright. First question. Why was Eli placed in the hospital?
His foot was infected and swollen. Yeah.
Alright. Second question. What advice was Eli given to pass the selection process?
They said something about running a little to get a little color to his skin, and don't look nervous, just look confident so that you wouldn't get picked.
How did Eli's father respond when he learned his name had been written down?
He was very calm. He was very calm. He just handed over the knife and spoon. Yeah, his knife and spoon as inheritance. So yeah.
Can I ask a question? How would you feel if you would have known that?
And my dad's name was called? I would be
I mean, I would be scared.
I would be real scared. That would probably, I don't know what I would do. I'd start freaking out. I'd just be ready to die, honestly.
Me too.
Alright. Why didn't Eli fast on Yom Kippur?
Well, like Don said, he was trying to be rebellious because he kind of felt like God gave up on him. So
Yeah.
he was trying to do things to anger his God.
And his father also recommended that he didn't because they were already not getting fed enough. And so he said so they wouldn't so he could just still get his portion of food because they really didn't have the strength to be skipping out on meals like that. So,
Yeah.
What did Akiba, drummer, ask the others to do for him?
Oh, they asked him to say I think it's called the Kiddush. I forgot what it was called, but it's a prayer for the dead, and they asked him to say it 3 days after he died, but they didn't, they forgot.
Alright, he asked you my question. That's all.
Okay, so I'm the vocab founder, and so for chapter 5, I found 4 words.
Going big, going big.
Okay, so the first word I found was decomposition, and it means to break up or decay. The second word was functionary, and a person who performs a certain function as an official. The third word was and then the third word was officent, and it means an officent, a priest or minister. And the last word was emaciated, which means haggard or skinny, feeble. Chapter 6. The first word I found was sustained, and it was able to be and then it means able to be maintained at a certain rate or level. The second word was diminish. It means made smaller or less. The third word was disengage, which means to release from something. And poignant means keenly felt, evoking a strong sense of sadness or regret. Chapter 7. I only found 2 words. The first one means indifference, and the trait of lacking enthusiasm for or interest in things generally. The second word was contagion. It means an incident in which an infectious disease is transmitted. In chapter 8, I found
My orchestra teacher just used that word contagion today.
okay. The first word in chapter 8 that I found was invalid. It means patients, people who are ill. The second word was spasmodically, means
Fitfully.
yeah, that. And third word was hillock, means mound, is a mound or hill. In chapter 9, I found 3 words, which was SS, which was enemy light military unit of the Nazi Party that serves as Hitler's personal guard and as a special security force. Second word was capos, means the prisoners who serve as foremen or heads of each building or cell block. And the last word of all this is
Achtung!
no, Achtung.
Okay.
And it's German for attention. The end.
Awesome.
Alright, so I'm the summarizer. I'm going to be talking about chapters 5 through 9. And it starts off with pretty much Eli starting to lose faith in his religion. And he's asking help from God. And he's not getting anything. He's not getting any answers or any help. And it's also talking about the Jewish holiday, Yom Kippur. And it's like where they pretty much fast. I guess it's some part of their religion, and he refuses to because him not doing it. I mean, him not fasting. It's not to please his father, who says that they should not fast and they need to keep up their strength, but also to mock God. And what else? Oh, and it's also talking about how the Germans in this section are pretty much not feeding the Jews as it is. So what would be the point of fasting if they're not even getting fed in the first place? That's another reason why he probably didn't want to fast. And that same day, they do a lot of work that day. And it says right here that the day's work is hard, and Eli dreads going back to camp to find he is alone. And even though he's not really alone because he has his dad, he probably feels like he's alone because his dad really isn't there with him. Like he's not really lifting his spirits up. And what else? Oh, and this is at the end of this chapter. This is talking about how he hurt his foot or his leg, and how he got infected and it needed to be amputated because he couldn't feel anything. That's the doctor said would need to happen. And it says even though his foot is still recovering, he goes and search for his father because there was an attack going on by the camp, and they were being evacuated, and they were forced to evacuate, but only after mopping the floor of the barracks, the prisoners go marching through the snow. Stop.
Okay, so I'm a quote finder, and my first quote came from chapter 5, and it says, "I did not fast, first of all, to please my father, who had forbidden me to do so. And then there was no longer any reason for me to fast. I no longer accepted God's silence. As I swallowed my rational soup, I turned that act into a symbol of rebellion, of protest against Him. So basically, in this quote, he's talking about how he just fasted. He didn't fast because his father didn't tell him to, but because he was trying to be rebellious against God or whatever. I mean, most people think that he's like not believing in God anymore, but I kind of think that he's just saying that he's kind of mad at him right now, so he's just trying to anger him. So what do you think?
Well, I just think he feels like confused and just lost. Like he doesn't know like what to do. Like should he fast or should he not? I mean, I can understand why he feels like that because like they have been through a lot, so I can understand like why he wouldn't want to fast.
Yeah.
So
Plus they've been through that. Plus with the food thing, like they're not at a they can't really afford to skip out on any meals.
Yeah, that is true. Like
So I mean,
he should eat.
it's a hard decision to make, especially with him being very religious. But yeah, that's how I feel.
My second quote comes from chapter 6, and it says, "In spite of myself, a prayer formed beside me, a prayer to this God to whom I no longer believe. O God, Master of the universe, give me the strength never to do what Rabbi Elias' son has done." So at first he was talking about that he's rebelling against God and how he doesn't believe in God, but instead he's still praying to him. So obviously he's not completely atheist, but I kind of feel like he's on the verge there because like he feels like God has given up on him, so he like isn't gonna keep trying to ask for help knowing that he's not gonna get it.
Right.
Maybe he kind of feels like God is punishing him. And my third quote is, "A piece fell into our wagon. I decided not to move. Anyway, I knew that I would not be strong enough to fight off dozens of violent men. I saw, not far from me, an old man dragging himself on all fours. He had just detached himself from the struggling mob. He was holding one hand to his heart. At first I thought he was receiving a blow to his chest. Then I understood he was hiding a piece of bread under his shirt. With lightning speed, he pulled it out and put it in his mouth. His eyes lit up, illuminating his ashed face, and was immediately extinguished. A shadow had laid down beside him. In this shadow threw itself over him. Stunned by the blow, the old man was crying, 'Mirror, my little mirror, don't you recognize me? You're killing your father. I have bread for you too. For you too.' He collapsed, and his fist was still clutched a small crest. He wanted to raise it to his mouth, but the other threw himself on him. The old man stumbled into something. The old man mumbled something, groaned, and died. No one cared. His son searched him, took the crust of bread, and began to devour it. He didn't get far. 2 men had been watching him. They jumped him. Others joined in. When they withdrew, there was 2 dead bodies next to me, the father and the son." So basically, this quote saying that one of the guys there, his son got really desperate that he killed his dad for his food and survival. Would you be able to do the same thing?
No. Of course not.
I mean, he didn't try to eat his dad. He just killed his dad for the bread that he had.
Yeah.
No, I would have just.
What you killing for his bread?
Um,
I'd be like, we can just split it.
His dad
Right.
said that he had some for him, but the son was like really starving and greedy and stuff, so he killed him for
They
it.
did say
His
every man
dad's
for
ration.
himself. but I couldn't do that. Like, how do you?
The bread gonna be gone eventually.
So
But he didn't get fired because then he got jumped for that
right,
exact
they
same
said
piece
he
of
got
bread.
killed as well.
So that was kind of stupid. Okay, my next question: would you be able to stand there and watch that happen?
No. Stand there and watch what happened.
the son killed his father to death for bread.
No, I would try to stop the son. Like this is your father.
Bread.
Like, you trying to kill him for
Shut
a
up.
piece of bread.
Everybody, a piece of bread was kind of valuable to them back then. I mean,
They could just split it for real.
I get him
I
cool.
mean,
I'm not saying it's right, but
it's just greedy.
You're not the only
Like,
one starving.
bro, he ain't the only one.
everybody
starving.
was fighting
He
for
was
it.
just greedy. That's what he was.
Greedy. He was hungry. I mean,
But still,
She's
they
so
act
country.
like everybody was hungry. Like it was one piece of bread.
Exactly.
Father and son, y'all could have split
it was
too.
one piece of bread that he threw, that the man threw to them, and everybody was going crazy, and then he killed his father for it. I mean, if you're that hungry, I'm not saying it's okay.
Me and
No.
my father. I take the piece of bread for me and my father. I'm hungry, but still, at least he get a piece and I get a piece. So we
Yeah,
can
you're
eat.
right.
But that was just greedy. I'm sorry, but I know they was starving, but that's just greedy.
I'm sure my dad would have probably tried to give it to me anyways.
Right. But still, he hungry too. Like,
Okay, now put yourself in the son's shoes. You killed your father for some bread, and then you walk maybe like 3-4 feet, and then a group of men try to kill you for the exact same piece of bread. How do you feel now?
No,
yeah, I was wrong too. I killed my father now.
I can imagine it. I see a
Before I
picture.
die,
I see a video of it in my head. He's probably so confused, like you know, lost. Like, what? I would feel dumb, and I feel guilty too.
I would feel guilty too, as well. 'Cause,
I can't even
like,
imagine
I
myself
just
doing
killed
something.
my father. Now these group of men about to jump me for the same piece of bread. It's only one piece of bread, so obviously they about to get the bread. And I just killed my father for no reason.
Why didn't he just shove it down his throat though?
Put it in your mouth.
You know,
Right, yeah.
or put it in his pants or try to like. They probably would have killed him for it then. Never mind. You know, well yeah, that's how I would have felt.
Okay, now I thinking about that, I kind of think that maybe, could you think that maybe he started off like Eli, like you and your whole family, you have this whole family set, and then you get separated, then it's just you and your father, and then like becomes desperate times. Do you think maybe he started out like Eli,
I'm sure he
hoping
did.
everything was going to be okay, then he probably gave up his religion as well,
I
and
think, yeah, he probably did start out like him, but then like he just let everything get to him, and then he kind of got like anxiety.
I'm
He
sure.
started getting insane.
Yeah, because you know that if they weren't going through these tough times and it was back to normal, he wouldn't have done that to his dad then. Like he wouldn't have killed his dad over food during like when things were back to normal or better. So yeah, I think he just kind of lost it for a minute. Maybe he didn't know it was his dad. Maybe he just got so, you know,
Oh yeah, so riled up.
that it's still sad that you would kill a person.
Well, that was our last literature circle. Bye.